Do you want to train statics with a metal or wooden bar? Then Barmania might have the static bar for you. So Barmania is a Dutch company and they are very well known for their calisthenics parks. And now they also gotten into calisthenics products, and we already checked out their freestanding pull-up bar and their parallettes. And today we're very curious about the static bar. So right now we put the wooden bar on it, and actually you have to buy this one separately as an extra, but the base product comes with a metal black powder coated steel bar, and we are very familiar with this kind of bar, but wood is quite unusual for a static bar, so we first wanted to test that out. And actually it looks very nice, it has a very sleek look, but also I usually like the look of a black powder coated steel bar, so I think that would also look very nice on this one. And for the rest, it has a BarmaniaPro logo on the side, and everything has black powder coated steel. You have your usual anti-slip feet, which usually do their job when it comes to statics bars. And on the front here, you have a laser engraved BarmaniaPro logo on the wood. So the length of the bar is actually until here 119 centimeters, but over here you have a screw which actually would be in the way when you want to do Maltese or straight arm touch front lever stuff. And I would like to see the screw on the other side, but because of the logo, actually you can't. If you would turn it around, you would have the logo upside down. So I think they should change that. And when it comes to the usual part of the wood, it is 105 centimeters. And when it comes to the metal one, this one is actually 111 centimeters, so it's a little bit longer than the wood. And when it comes to the diameter of the wooden bar, it is 40 millimeters, and actually the metal bar is 38 millimeters. The bar at its highest is 116 centimeters, and you can put it at 3 different levels in increments of 7 centimeters. So what is most important about a static bar is the stability, and that's why we put it at its highest setting, because there it will be the least stable, and then we can test it to its limits. Oh, all right. Actually, on the bottom it felt fine, but on the top it feels like it's wobbling. It's nice and high, so it's nice for skin the cat and also for raises. Usually the most unstable exercises are exercises on the top. Actually quite a lot of sideways wobble. Oh God, this is... All right, so I can't planche anyway, but I wouldn't dare to try it on this one because it has so much sideways wobble. Let's try some basics though. So again, below the bar, it's quite fine. Also when it comes to the forward and backward stability, because usually you have to bend your knees to do rows, but here you don't have to. Whoa. All right, so Korean dips I can do, but when I get to the top, it definitely starts wobbling. I mean, straight bar dips, kind of fine, but still it wobbles, so this is not so nice. So below the bar, fine, but then when you push out, it just feels very unstable. The grip of the bar is nice, it is a little smooth though, so probably I would use some chalk whenever I start slipping, but besides that also the thickness of the bar is very nice for doing your statics. But actually with this wide bar on the top, it does feel very unstable for exercise above the bar, and actually you can see the bar bending, although I don't really feel it. But what I'm curious about now is whether it would be much more stable if I put it lower, plus if I use the metal bar. All right, so for skin the cat, I slightly need to tilt my head to the side. And when you do a raise, you might just hit your head. All right, so this definitely feels much more stable. Yeah, very nice. All right, so here I at least would dare to try to do a tuck planche. All right, so actually right now the wobble is almost non-existent. So straight bar dips are actually good. When I was doing the muscle up, I was sitting on the floor, but I still had quite straight arms, so that was also pretty nice. And also your Korean dips are nice. and actually it doesn't wobble. So actually like this, it is a very stable bar and I really like it like this. The only thing is that, for instance, if you want to do a skin the cat or a back lever raise, it is not high enough to do it comfortably. It's also not the widest bar, but it depends on your own length or your arm length, whether you'll be able to do Maltese. For me, probably I can do wide planche on this, and straight arm touch front lever is probably fine. So actually, I'm a fan of this one. Let's test it out at its highest setting. So actually on the highest, also this one is actually very stable. It is much more stable than the wood. Probably that's because that one is wider. All right, nice. And obviously you can do back lever raises like this. So basically the base product is actually very nice. The only thing I'm still curious about is whether if we put the wooden bar at its lowest setting, whether that will fix its issues. Sorry, but actually the wooden bar also at its lowest setting, it is still quite wobbly. So before we conclude, we found out that 94% of our viewers don't actually subscribe. So subscribe so that we can make more and better reviews for you with more and more partners. So the Barmania static bar costs 150 euros, and if you want to get the extra wooden bar, it will cost you 20 euros more. But actually, we really don't like the wooden bar because it becomes super unstable and it wobbles a lot to the side, even if you put it at its lowest setting. But we are actually a big fan of the base product, so with the black powder coated steel bar, because then it becomes super stable and it has very nice grip, and it's even stable at its highest setting. And besides that, it's also wide enough and high enough to do a lot of exercises, so we definitely recommend that. So you can actually get 10% off by using our discount code CWW10. So click the links in the description or here, and then we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.